Well, because that was not even an hour, we're just gonna move along right into Amaryllis' story. Maybe this is only gonna be about 30 minutes, too. If it is, we'll just go through all of them, and we'll move on straight to Castell. I kind of hope it's not that short. But it might be. We might have to wait for Lessons from Lainecrest's finale, which will probably be coming soon. Probably like in another 3 months or so. Air quotes soon. But okay. Amaryllis time. Well, I guess I was practicing Portalcraft decks for nothing, so at least Runecraft I could still use my chess deck, which I have updated. So luckily I had the foresight to prepare a little bit ahead. As for Portalcraft, don't have anything prepared for Forestcraft. I didn't plan that far ahead. I planned this far ahead, not that far ahead. Anywho, Chapter 1, Amaryllis. Let's go. A small lie.
My earliest memory is the back of a wagon, bouncing along a bumpy road, not knowing where it led. I can't recall a single thing before that. Or maybe I just don't want to remember. When we arrived, I saw a proper roof and walls, and that was a huge relief to me.
Consider yourselves lucky. This orphanage will give you the home your parents could not.
Everybody just nodded along and did as the man said, myself included.
The sad music's back.
After all, we had food to eat and beds to sleep in. A nice, happy home. But then...
Consider yourselves lucky. You get to be part of a groundbreaking experiment.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear. Especially from an orphanage director.
Every night, a few of us would be taken away to the experiments.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
I didn't know what that meant, but no one ever came back.
Oh, that's worse.
So I figured, wherever they went, it must be a happy place.
Oh, how naive.
Listen up. Today we're taking numbers 226 through 241.
Oh,
In
God.
the lab you go.
Oh, God. When they said that they had numbers instead of names at the orphanage, I hoped that they were 2-digit numbers.
Seeing the others go off would always make me sad. I wanted to go to the experiments too. But I was number 329. I had to wait my turn. One evening, before lights out, I decided to take a walk around the orphanage. That's odd.
Oh, we have a child model for her.
There was this room the grown-ups said we weren't allowed to enter. But the lights were on. Curious, I peeked inside. Huh?
And this is the library from the academy. Oh, God. The academy is the orphanage. Oh, God.
My, how beautiful you are. Good evening, love. To whom do I owe the pleasure?
It's the Worm Witch.
That room. I realize now it was just like the library here at the academy. With stacks upon stacks of books. And in the middle, a girl. Staring back at me expectantly.
The orphanage was crafting you.
I can still recall my shock upon seeing her. She was different from the others.
I just noticed they have name tags.
She spoke like a grown-up. And her eyes, a fierce glimmer shone in them. I have never seen anyone else quite like her.
I'm number 329. What number are you?
Me? I'm Lilium.
Huh?
Much nicer than number 14, don't you think? What's your name?
Damn, she's number 14?
My name?
Never heard of a name before? Here, I'll show you.
Lilium turned her book around so I could see. It was an encyclopedia of flowers.
Wow.
Lovely, aren't they? Each of these flowers has a name and a meaning to go along with it. I am Lilium, purity and innocence. That's what they used to call me.
Purity.
Names have meaning, you see. Meaning not found in numbers. So, which flower are you, love?
You say that. Names do have meaning, but only if meaning is given to them. Like, for instance, my name is Daniel, and I go by Dan because that's the nickname that a lot of my friends usually use, because Daniel is a pretty common name. But the meaning behind my name is that I was named after my mother's brother, Daniel, who died sadly at age 14. It's a story that I do share begrudgingly every now and then, because it is tied to my name, so I feel there's importance to remembering and sharing this story. I believe it was cancer or leukemia that killed him in the end, if I remember correctly. So I was named after him, partly to honor his memory and to hopefully live on past it. But hey, I'm turning 30 this year, so I outlived him by a decent amount. Here's hoping I continue to do so. And while we're going on it, my last name, Sheets, comes from my father's side of the family. It is a name that traces its origins back to most of Europe. They kind of spread all over. It's easier to keep track of where they're not from. Which is why my middle name is my father's name, because I guess originally they wanted me to be J Jr., but I guess my parents couldn't really agree on that, so they settled on my middle name being J. I mean, they got divorced at some point, so disagreements. I always sometimes wonder how much they actually loved each other. But this is depressing enough, so let's go watch a story about children in an orphanage that causes human experiments and kills them.
Me? I don't know. None of them, maybe.
Oh, well that simply won't do. How about I choose one for you then?
Oh no, this is how you get stuck in the story.
Let's see. Oh, I know! Amaryllis! What do you think? Its meaning is... radiant beauty.
Amaryllis?
Yes, that's the one!
I whispered the name to myself over and over. And all the while, Lilium beamed at me. Amaryllis. 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 It sounded so foreign at first. But as I kept repeating it, the name came to feel like my own.
But are you really Amaryllis?
I can be Amaryllis?
Why, of course! Say, Amaryllis, won't you read a book with me?
Oh no, this is where it all starts.
She grabbed my hand and I let her pull me close. And then we read a book, side by side.
And we had a CG for that.
I want to read as many books as I can. Happiness has to be hiding in one of them. I just know it.
Happiness?
I'm searching for a happy ending, you see. And not just any old happy ending. One so happy, it leaves nobody wanting more. And everybody envious.
The first story we read together was a bit too difficult for me to follow. There was a king and a thief, but then the king forgives the thief, and...
Boring.
Boring.
Seeing Lilium utter that word, with a frown on her face, I just knew that I agreed with her.
Oh no. Well, my fan theory from the
was
previous
boring.
stream is already gone and dead at this point. But what's actually correct is far worse than I could have imagined.
William flashed a smile at me. And I knew I'd said the right thing.
She didn't create you, she created your name, so your personality might be just completely imprinted.
After that, I would go see Lilium every evening. We would read all manner of stories. A mermaid and a legendary sword. A hero raised by wolves. An ancient city buried beneath the earth.
I'm trying to see if I recognize any of these stories, and so far, no, I do not. Hero raised by wolves, maybe.
Every day we would try a new book. But they all bored Lilium.
And then...
Attention! Today we're taking numbers 311 through 327. Into the lab, please.
The lab?
And then, the night before it was finally my turn to go to the experiments,
I picked this one out for today.
Lilium brought over a picture book. Its title, The Princess and the Worm Witch.
God, this book is terrible, and this is the one she ended up liking?
It was about a sickly princess and a knight who takes her out on an adventure. And a witch who brings her back.
The Worm Witch took the princess by the hand and led her back to the castle, where they lived happily ever after.
As I listened to Lilium read the fairy tale's ending aloud, I felt sad all of a sudden.
Because the ending is terrible.
But when I glanced at Lilium, her eyes lit up like I'd never seen before.
It's because she identifies with the witch, that's why.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
I told a lie. A small lie.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. The Worm Witch, wasn't she just brilliant? And oh, the ending. It was lovely. So lovely. Now this is a happy ending.
I mean, it's only a happy ending because it says it is, not because it actually is.
When I saw the way she smiled, how she glowed with excitement, I knew I had said the right thing.
Say, Amaryllis, wouldn't it be lovely if we could live happily ever after, just like them? I'll be the Worm Witch, and you can be the princess.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it all starts here.
We were simply two children, exchanging a whimsical promise.
Yeah, but she made that promise real in a really weird way.
But now I realize, those words, they weren't child's play at all. They were a magical contract.
Well, at least you realize that now.
The moment I agreed, my entire body turned terribly sluggish, as if I had suddenly caught a cold. But Lilium, she just looked at me with that warm smile of hers.
Amaryllis, what lovely acting! I knew you'd make the perfect princess!
Torment with every breath. Bones screaming in protest, twisting out of shape. Each waking moment, hot yet cold, and oh so painful. I thought nothing of it, though. I was the princess. She was supposed to be sickly after all.
Thank you, Lilium.
That, and I didn't have a clear vision of happiness myself. We had so much in common. I thought if Lilium was happy, surely I'd be happy too.
But that wasn't the case, was it?
I'll be the princess.
And the role was
The next
cast.
I finally went off to the experiments.
Come on now, this way.
They laid me down on a bed, surrounded by odd tools and trinkets.
This is subject number 329. We will be experimenting with the artificial augmentation of mana reserves and transplant of an extrinsic catalyst.
I don't like the sounds of that.
The men were speaking to each other, but I was too lost in my own thoughts to hear what about. What does it mean to be the princess? How much pain and suffering must I endure? And how much will I inflict on those around me?
Oh, that's right! Her magic. They're gonna start cutting her open and it's gonna kill them because they'll feel her pain.
Before long, I woke. But the men... they were all on the floor, writhing in agony. I knew right away that it was me. I did this. I hurt them. Made them suffer.
Oh my! Amaryllis, why, you're so lovely.
But when I saw the look of absolute delight on Lilium's face, I knew I had done nothing wrong.
I mean, they were horrible people, but still.
Come, my darling, we must be off. Off to find your knight, and then we'll live happily ever after.
She took me by the hand, and I led her. For at the time I still believed that she would lead me, lead us to happiness.
God, that's dark. It's so dark. Alright. And they mentioned that somebody got cast as the dragon, and I have a bad feeling about this. Chapter 2 of the Dragon.
Today's the day! I'm going to find her and everyone will rue the day they doubted me.
Oh no.
The secrets of the library are just waiting to be discovered by us, the investigators of mysterious phenomena.
They're gonna die.
Oh, not Imp again. What is it this time?
You haven't heard the rumors? There's supposedly a door to another world here in the library.
Exactly! And get this. We found it! Imp combed through the whole area for clues and boom! Magical barrier! Who cast it? What secrets does it protect?
Cordelia found it pretty quickly too. All you had to do was scan for mana in the room.
Mark my words, we'll crack this case. Just like with the haunted gargoyle and the sinister magic circle.
Oh, I gotta add those to my list. To the 7 mysteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, that makes 8 though. I'll put it down though. Haunted gargoyle, sinister magic circle. Haunted gargoyle. Sinister magic circle. Alright, so the full list of the 7 wonders of mysteries of Lainecrest, which I guess there's 8 of them now. We have the princess in the another library, the angel of death, the sorceress that traps people in false worlds, the sylvan god thief, the instrument that plays itself, the stairs that are longer going up. Oh, God, I hope that one. We're gonna not count that one. The haunted gargoyle, and now the sinister magic circle. Alright, my list has been updated. That's why I keep a stack of index cards underneath my desk. Look at this stack of index cards.
Wasn't the ghost of the gargoyle just a slime that slipped inside?
Okay, I gotta update my list already. Slime inside it. Alright.
And the magic circle was only drawn that big so a cheater could see it through the classroom window.
Uh-huh. cheater. See it.
Well, yes. But this time's different. This mystery will rock the very foundations of Lainecrest. You'll see. The barrier must be projected from something in this room, and I'm going to find it.
Good luck with that. Do you see how many books there are here?
Well... Just you wait. I'm going to find its source. A few books won't stop me. Okay, so... I maybe exaggerated that a bit. Now what do I do?
Start reading.
Even Imp's most seasoned investigators couldn't find any clues.
Just chase the mana.
Why are there so many books? I'd be an old hag by the time I finished reading all of them one by one. There has to be another way. Oh, wait. The shelf.
Oh no, she found it.
Picture books. I didn't know the library had any. Oh, I used to love this one. Yes, there was a princess and a witch, and a password to undo her magic. I think it was... Oh, sun and moon, night and noon. Ah!
And bye!
What just happened? I don't understand. One moment I was reading that book, and the next the other students, they're all... gone. Wait, does that make this the secret library?
Maybe she does get out, and that's how the rumor spreads.
There's no time to waste. I must send word to the other investigators.
Oh. Oh my. Well, this is a most pleasant surprise. Hello there. I'm so glad you finally come to see me. My dear knight.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Pardon? You're... what? What's with this girl? I mean, she's adorable, but that's beside the point. Hermana. It's so incredibly overwhelming. And dark. Is she even human?
Am I mistaken?
Oh, where are we?
We're in the library. The other library. It's our secret room. Just me and her. If you don't know, you must not be the knight.
The knight? Who are you exactly? And what are you doing here?
I am the princess, Amaryllis. And I am here, waiting for my knight.
Uh-oh.
My apologies. But if you are not the knight, I'm afraid you can't be with me. Farewell. It was fun talking to you.
No, wait!
Okay, good. I love it when child murder doesn't happen at my school.
Whoa! Well, where the heck did you come out of?
Am I back in reality? That magic, it must have been a teleportation spell. Or a type of barrier. Whatever it was, I've never seen anything so advanced.
Hello? You okay? What happened to you?
I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. The other library.
Excuse me?
I don't have time for this. I need to go ask my club for backup.
Oh no.
Come on, come on. Almost there now.
They're all gonna get killed by Weiss.
Why, hello there.
Oh, that's worse.
I'm Lilium. Pleasure to meet you. Now, I couldn't help but notice the little chat you had with Amaryllis.
What do you mean?
Well, that's how the rumor got out.
I gather you've read The Princess and the Worm Witch? You see, I am the Worm Witch, and as such, I must see to it that the princess remains locked up until the knight shows himself. So, I think she could use a dragon to guard her chamber.
Oh no! And Verdelia killed it!
I suppose.
I had a problem, you see. One must fulfill certain conditions in order to enter that room. But you shall do just fine. Yes, I think you will make a wonderful dragon.
Oh no.
What's happening to me?
Thou art a servant of the Worm Witch, created to do her bidding, with tooth and claw and flame. Thou art the mightiest, most noble of creatures.
There it is. The third wonder of the school. The sorceress who traps people in false worlds.
Thy name is the dragon. Let thy being be one with thy name.
No. No!
RIP! What did I just finish saying minutes ago? How I love not murdering students in my schools? Well, fuck that. So much for not murdering students.
Come, the princess awaits us. We shall protect her, as the Worm Witch and her kin. Good afternoon, Amaryllis.
Lilium, you've come to see me. Who is that?
She is my dragon, and now, your new playmate.
Playmate? Wonderful. Pleased to meet you, dragon.
That's so terrible.
Oh. Lilium, can I ask you something? Do I know this dragon from somewhere?
Yes, you do.
No, it must be your imagination.
Oh. I guess so. You must be right. You're always right, Lilium. You always have been.
Astronaut meme. Pride. And this is the reward card chapter, which means this is probably the end of this one too. I hope it's revealed that that kid's okay.
What happened between us? I always did as Lilium said. And somewhere along the way, I started to believe I really was the princess. And that only empowered Lilium's magic. So, I guess I'm partially to blame as well. It all started because we shared the same dream. Lilium and I.
Happiness. A lofty dream. A dream I can get behind.
I feel as if I've just woken from a dream. A long, long dream. Sun and moon. Night and noon.
Hey, you free today? I had this idea for an experiment. It's pretty cool.
Here we go again. What's the plan?
Everybody seems to be having so much fun. I love watching the other students in the library as they chatter amongst themselves, or
So she
read, or study.
So she was always watching the other students.
And I can't help but wonder, could we have been like that too? If different choices had been made?
No, I think if different choices were made, you died in that experiment hall in the orphanage. Not that what happened to you currently is much better, to be honest.
Lilium, so much has happened since then. More than I ever thought possible. I met Lilium and left the orphanage. Came here to Lainecrest and read so many books about people, places, flowers. Who knew Amaryllis had so many different meanings? Did Lilium know when she gave me this name?
She probably did.
I've learned so much. And now I have a professor and my first classmate. I wonder, could this be it? Could this be?
I want to read as many books as I can. Happiness has to be hiding in one of them. I just know it.
Happiness?
I'm searching for a happy ending, you see. And not just any old happy ending. One so happy, it leaves nobody wanting more. And everybody envious.
So why the witch and the princess and the worm witch? Because definitely that's not that description. I wouldn't even give it anywhere close to that description.
Oh, I know. I'll ask Professor. Have I found happiness, do you think?
Maybe, maybe not.
Oh, where's this coming from?
Just, I've been thinking. Since meeting you and joining your class, every day has been so fun. So it got me wondering, is this what happiness is?
Sure, why not? Would be my first answer, but something tells me there's more to your question than that.
Lilium and I, we were searching for a reason to live. A reason convincing enough to make us believe that maybe we really do have a place in this world after all. I'm just curious, I suppose. Does everybody else have a reason too?
Oh boy. I guess I can tell you now, the purpose of someone's life is never easy to define. I think that might be why we spend our whole lives looking for it.
Oh. I see. I just thought that maybe everybody else, everybody living normal lives, knew what happiness was already.
Most people do know what happiness is, but what most people don't know is if they truly have it.
I was mistaken then. We're all living a great big mystery.
That's one way to put it.
That sounds terrifying. What if I never find an answer?
You know, ever since I met you, I've been struck by how pure, how honest you are. The questions you ask yourself are tough, but you face them head on. That's more than can be said for most people.
Yeah, I try not to think about it, to be honest.
No, you have it backwards.
Will I ever truly be happy? I don't know.
Lilium's the pure and innocent one, not me.
I don't know if that's true, actually.
I told a lie, you see.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
I told a lie. A small lie.
What, you? Kinda hard to picture.
But Professor, I was keeping secrets from you too.
Fair enough.
It was just one lie at first. But then, to cover it up, I lied some more. And more.
The white lie method. It is one of the single most annoying and tropey of storytelling tools, and I kind of hate it. What was it? Rent a Girlfriend. The entire premise of the show is a white lie premise, where it's like covering up, and just keep layering lies upon lies upon lies. Normally the shit comes crashing down, but for whatever reason it hasn't yet in that series. And I'm told that in the manga it hasn't gotten much better either.
I'm not pure. Or honest. I'm a liar. Professor, I've realized something. Something terrible. Lilium's magic forces people into the role of a character from that fairy tale. Just like how I was the princess, and you were the knight.
The dragon. Is the girl okay?
But then, what about the dragon? Did she used to be someone else too?
She was. You guys don't know that, though.
There's a strong possibility. Yeah. Lilia may have a lot of mana, but even then, she can only power so many transfigurations herself. Unless she gives the role to someone with enough mana to maintain the spell themselves.
Lilium's done bad things, hasn't she? Awful things.
Are you gonna try and fight back?
I hope so.
Punish? No. To be honest, I don't know if I blame her.
I do. She needs some form of punishment. Some comeuppance. Does it need to be harsh? No. But if that girl in the dragon is dead, she definitely needs some form of punishment.
It was my lie that started this. So for now, I just want to tell her how I really feel. I want to tell her I never actually liked that fairy tale. That I want a new beginning. For us.
Well, you have my full support.
Really? You mean it?
Way to go. Way to be a good teacher, Vidalia.
Of course I do. I'm your teacher. I can give you a leg up, but ultimately it's up to you to find the answers you seek.
Up to me?
Yeah? Well, before you talk to Lilium, it'd be a good idea to have a plan. Something to counter her magic, just in case. I know you can. You're clever, imaginative, and have a kind heart. Be proud of that.
Yeah, now you just gotta make sure that you never encounter the student council president unless you're prepared to defeat her and not get trapped in a magical realm forever. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a lack of a plan, actually.
With all that going for you, Lilium won't stand a chance against your magic. I believe in you.
Okay. I'll give it a try. Did you know, Professor? My name, the one she gave me, it has another meaning. Pride.
And that's why the chapter is called Pride.
I'm going to live up to my name. Not as the princess, but as Amaryllis.
And that's the end, I'm assuming. Next chapters will be available soon. So I guess they're adding more chapters to these stories. It's probably what's going on. Maybe I will chop these up, and then when more chapters get added, I'll upload them. Maybe I will just break this into 3 short videos. So, second verse, same as the first. We'll be right back.